Hey, this is Chris from Lamello. Thank you for joining us. In this video, I'm going to show you some basic maintenance practices for your Zeta. In the other videos, we showed you best practices for how you use your machine. But in this case, I just want to show you some basic maintenance practices that allow you to keep your machine in great working shape for a long time. As I mentioned before, we always recommend you use dust collection with the Zeta. We don't want this bottom cassette filling up with dust. So the 36mm stub with the Zeta hooks right up to a Festool type vacuum. We also have adapters that will fit any shop vac. However, if it's not feasible for you to use dust collection in your shop, fine. If you do that, then I want you to try to follow some basic best practices. So pretty regularly, especially if your shop's particularly dusty, maybe every couple of days, you might find there's going to be a little bit of resistance pushing your machine in along the ways because the tolerances in this base plate are so tight that if a little bit of dust gets built up in there, you'll have some difficulty using it. This is a brand new machine, it works perfectly, but I'm going to show you how to maintain it. So after you've used it for a couple of days, what we need to do is we need to remove the bottom cassette. So using the 8mm wrench that comes with your machine, this is a smooth knob. You just want to break the tension on this knob. And that'll loosen up the machine from the ways. So what you want to do here is take some compressed air, blow out all the ways, blow out all the junk, all the dust that's built up in the base of the machine. Then you'll take a rag, wipe out if there's any dust that's built up in the ways the air compressor didn't blow out. You want to clean these out with a rag, get everything all clean, and then either with some 3-in-1 oil or some WD-40, just the smallest little spray of oil that you can, and then wipe it back out again with a rag. You don't want to have a ton of oil pouring down inside these ways because it'll just collect a lot of sawdust and make it worse. If you do that regularly, this machine will work perfectly for ages. We do have some guys in some shops that never do anything, don't use dust collection, and they'll run into problems because it's kind of hard to tell from this video, but when you try it with your own machine, these tolerances are so tight. That's what makes the machine so good, but you gotta have some basic best practices to keep it working like that. So we'll tighten this knob back up, and I'll show you some other practices too for the stop square on the front or the base of the machine, basically the same thing. You may find in time, we've talked about the stop square in other videos, it's a great accessory for the machine. If you're using it on either surface, whether it's on the front of the flip stop or the base of the machine, once again, if dust builds up down these dovetail ways, you're going to have a very hard time removing this. It'll seem like it's stuck. Once again, blow it out with compressed air, wipe all the excess out with a rag, a little shot of WD-40 or some oil, wipe it out. You might want to hit just a tiny bit of oil in that little rubber roller, and it'll work like butter. So it's going to be great shape. That's just some basic stuff. That's something you should keep in mind. If your machine starts sticking a little bit, then now you know why. It should be easy for you to take care of it. Thank you for watching. Try to like the video, and if you like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks.